Unfortunately, some types of particles are more dangerous than others because of their composition. Silica sand, the material used to make glass and in fracking, is an example of more dangerous types. Particles of silica sand have sharp edges which cause scarring of lungs when inhaled. For this reason, workers are to take precautions when mining and transporting silica sands. Specifically, for silica, the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health recommends the silica air levels be no higher than the exposure level of 0.05 ppm, which is much lower than the safe limits of particulates in general. The recommendation is based on a study for workers exposed to silica sand in a foundry and the percentage of them who develop silicosis and other diseases from a Roseman study 1996, which I also will supply you. This is just one example of studies for workers' exposures to silica sand. In contrast, for residents living, working, going to school, and playing in close proximity to a sand transload station, there's less information, no standards have been established. This is dangerous because pollution travels. This is in heavy print. The health risks on properties near transfer stations are identical to those of the workers, and the public will not be taking the same precautions. In addition, the danger will be less, but still a significant impact for miles downwind of the facility.
Any timely recommendations pertaining thereto, which are received by the Planning Commission, will be carefully considered before action is taken on the plan. Please forward all information concerning this issue to Wyoming County Commissioner Michael Stavinsky at your earliest convenience. Sincerely, Michael J. Forte. This letter would be perfect to go to Michael Stavinsky, and that will be forwarded to Michael Stavinsky.
I have it in my computer. You can
Thank you.
That's for you guys.
I also have your maps and stuff that you drew for that intersection.
PennDOT?
I have that on my computer. I've been meaning to make copies and keep forgetting. So, but yes, I thought reading this, he's the guy I'm going to talk to next.
Okay, I would like to suggest that
But, and we're going back in time, but if we had zoning in place, the Z word, would we have more clout with regard to this issue? Would they be barking at our heels with regard to this plant? What's your take on that?
Go ahead. I know what my take is. My take is that without zoning, we're going to end up with a lot more things like that happening. Because what they're going to do is, if we don't have any regulations at all, companies are going to come in and try to bully their way into whatever they want to in the township and get their way. So that's my feeling about
But
it.
as far as this one, I don't think it's going to help you.
It's not going to help you a thing about this one now. This is after the fact.
It's after the fact.
Yeah, they've already applied.
If we did it,
Coming and taking advantage of us country folk who don't know what we're doing,
So they
supposedly.
say.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So that's my feeling about it anyway. Yes.
Or just remember, even with zoning, you have to allow for all businesses.
Oh,
You have to
absolutely.
have residential, you have to have
But I think
industrial.
it slows them
But
down a little bit.
at least you can take them out of being so close to a borough area, that would be considered a residential area, and have it an industrial area.
Right,
They
regulate them a little
Do
bit.
it somewhere else, but zoning's not gonna stop something
Oh, it's not
from
gonna
coming in.
stop it.
But you can at least,
No, it's
you
not.
have to allow for everything, and you need to zone it in an area that's more specific.
I just
It's not the catch-all.
think that they take.
And they can
advantage
also
of-
get variances, and that sometimes could throw you right out of the water.
Absolutely.
Right. But I
They
still
have
think
deeper pockets than we do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So zoning's not an all one
it's
issue.
not a catch-all, I realize that, but it's also a preventative type of thing where if you've got people out there looking,
It would help if that would have been zoned and it had been residential. I don't see them getting a variance for that. I really wouldn't see it, not saying they couldn't, but, you know, that's water over the dam.
right,
now.
I mean, that's in the past, yeah. Yeah, too many businesses that probably would not have ever been zoned
Right.
residential, in all likelihood. Yes, sir.
What stopped it from coming?
That would be wonderful to have a letter to the editor so the citizens of Tunkhannock Township and Eaton and the borough are more aware of what sand silica is, because most people don't know what it is, you know? People, they just don't know, and it's not their fault that they don't know.
When you think of sand, you think of a beach. That's
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
people keep saying sand, it's not the sand.
No,
the
it's
dust.
not the same.
It's the
And
dust, not the sand.
somebody mentioned that, well, why, up in Wyalusing, did they allow that? I mean, it's right next to a daycare center.
And the
It's
school-
because the people didn't know. The process was complete before they even got a hold of it. I'm sure if the people of Wyalusing understood what it was and how dangerous it was, they might have spoken up. but that plant was there before anything happened. And
Now
they
the
never
people-
had the opportunity to voice an opinion.
Right, now the people regret it.
Now, it's like, and if you go up there, you can see the sand silica all the way down the track. I mean, it's not something you can sweep off your porch, folks.
No. Judy and I were, my wife.